Anyways, let's see how the
Let's.
girls handle their first ever rhythm game.
Yeah, Digital's calling it now. Rainbow Dash will be a tone-deaf front mare.
Oh, let's see and dive in. This is the Elements of Gaming by Hell Riding Rock Band. In all Equestria, few adore Princess Celestia more than Twilight Sparkle, personal student, protege, and to some, admirer of the Solar Monarch. Oh, admirer.
Admirer, huh? Continue.
Yeah. Truly, there were very few times that Twilight ever questioned anything the princess sent her way, even when it seemed that the things she asked of her student were utterly baffling to the impressionable young unicorn. With all her heart, she had always placed the utmost faith in her princess. The entire Nightmare Moon incident served only to reaffirm her belief in her mentor's inscrutable wisdom. Yet sometimes, despite all the trust she placed in Princess Celestia, she found herself questioning whatever ran through her mentor's ageless mind. Ageless, huh?
Well, she is pretty damn old.
Yeah. Needless to say, the numerous instruments scattered in front of her did little to help her unravel that mystery. Finding her eyes scrunched in thought, Twilight could only ponder just what manner of machine her beloved Princess Celestia had seen fit to send up Spike's digestive system.
Like I said, should have gone with the delivery service.
Go with Derpy mail.
Nah, no. It'll be wrecked before it got there.
Speak of Derpy, did you? I hate to break code here. Did you happen to see the shit that Jitterbug was posted on Tumblr today concerning Derpy?
I only saw a little bit, but I don't know where the conversation began. So
just more people being idiots about thinking that Hasbro quote unquote removed Derpy from future airings of My Little Pony.
Well, sadly, they forgot to remove Derpy from fucking Equestria Girls.
Yeah, seriously, I doubt Hasbro is going to kill Derpy off anytime soon, considering all the products and shit they put her in. You know,
just take it easy. It's just a overreaction of a bunch of bronies.
And bronies, yeah. Seriously,
yeah,
calm down, bronies. Your precious little character isn't going anywhere.
And not only that, you got dozens of other characters, fandom, canon, whatever. There's plenty of others for you to like. Yikes.
Yeah. Anyways. You sure Princess Celestia sent you the right thing here, Twi? I don't know nothing about them fancy musics y'all got over there in Canterlot. I mean, we got guitars over at the farm, but we like our acoustics the way they are.
They are? Well, obviously. And not only that, well, vinyl.
Speaking of which, I actually ended up seeing this comic between Vinyl and Octavia, and...
go on. We'll keep this to ourselves.
Of course it's the right thing, Applejack, Twilight replied confidently, stepping forward to appraise the numerous instruments before her. Princess Celestia would never send me anything she didn't intend for me to receive. Still, I wonder what exactly all of this is supposed to do. Well, we play 'em, duh! In Pinkie Pie's mind, the most obvious thing to do when faced with instruments of any sort was to play loud.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, Pinkie Pie is already here, and we're only 2 minutes in.
This is never going to go good. Every time we put Pinkie in a fanfic, nothing ever goes right!
Oh, well, maybe we'll see how this chapter brings it along, you know? Slinging one of the guitars over her neck, Pinkie proceeded to launch straight into one of her impromptu routines. Soon enough, she was bounding up and down Twilight's library yelling, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, over and over, hooves flailing about as she playfully strummed the guitar, quote-unquote, strummed.
Yeah, if memory serves me, Rock Band and Guitar Hero, those are controllers. They have no strings. Yeah. They got buttons.
This brings me back to that one kid on South Park from that Guitar Hero episode, quote unquote, play Guitar Hero acoustically.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because I haven't seen South Park in ages, and yet I can still recall that.
Well, you're not missing much.
And Digital Railroader, Pinkie Pie, the Murphy's Law of Equestria.
Pretty much. Perfect. Pretty much.
Anyways. Whoa, slow down there, girl, came Applejack's immediate intervention, still apprehensive about anything to do with Pinkie Pie and sensitive electronic equipment. She knew all too well what happened last time.
Yeah.
come on, guys. What pony wouldn't want to hear my signature rock ballad? Inquired the ever-impatient Rainbow Dash. If I could figure out how to play my signature rock ballad.
Only in your head, RD. Only in your head.
The next line should speak for itself on that regard. Applejack deadpan. Rainbow, you couldn't play the harmonica, much less the guitar, I'm assuming. Phew. Damn.
She and I have the same mentality. Applejack, you got quite a head on your shoulders.
Rainbow gave a little snort. Oh, come on, Applejack. You gotta learn how to fly before you can flap. Did you and Rarity both miss out on elementary Philly school? Ugh.
Keep going.
Twilight paused, wondering whether to correct Rainbow on her rather horrific butchering of an old Pegasi proverb. Her scholar's mind winning out, she raised a hoof to begin explaining the finer points of the cultural significance of Pegasi philosophers and their tenets of wisdom. Sensing her friend's dilemma, Rarity quickly intervened, shaking her head furiously to indicate the universal Rainbow Dash and Sense don't mix sign.
The what?
The universal Rainbow Dash and Sense don't mix sign.
I don't get it, so let's go.
Regardless, Rainbow Dash, the Lavender Unicorn began, thankfully taking heed to Rarity's warning, I think you better take it a little slower on this one, and at least try not to jump into the hardest difficulty straight on, will you? Yeah, I know, I've learned my lesson. Rainbow Dash waved her friend off casually. Ain't gonna stop me from kicking any less flank, though.
You won't be kicking flank. You have to follow rhythm.
Rainbow, Twilight interjected, hoping to nip Rainbow's overzealousness in the bud. We need to figure out how any of this works before we kick anything, alright? I believe we can help with that. Craning her head around to the source of the noise, Twilight, Rainbow Dash, and Applejack found Rarity and Fluttershy deep in concentration. Poring over a small paper booklet, they deduced had to be another one of those manual things, if the freshly opened box was any indicator.
Yep. Always read the manual!
The manual's instructions were, thankfully, idiot-proof for the better part. Dotted with helpful diagrams and clear instructions, even a certain lazy-eyed Pegasus would have been able to make heads or tails of it.
Hey! Now you got your daily dose of Derpy! Now leave us alone!
Yes. For that reason, the minute Rainbow Dash volunteered to set it up. They thought even some pony of her haphazard disposition would have little trouble with anything. As time passed and what was originally supposed to be a quick, simple endeavor devolved into a mishmash of wires and a very frustrated Pegasus. Well...
Wait, which one?
Rainbow Dash.
Ah.
No pony knew how it had all gone so very badly, to say the least. The connector cables were right side wrong, the receivers were strung about, and Twilight swore the Cyan Pegasus had almost broken one of them by trying to plug it in. Thankfully, that was a disaster quickly avoided.
Oh, hold on. Hold on. Like we said, inverts, yeah. Your internet, yeah, all that shit. Pretty much, yeah.
So yeah, if I continue to drop out on the stream, you'll know why. Sorry, guys.
If it starts becoming more and more of a problem, we could just hold it off and we'll wait until tomorrow.
We'll see what happens. Anyways, where did I leave off? Where did I stop before I
yeah, you're pretty much Rainbow Dash being the total federal disaster area she is.
Yeah. Alright, soon Twilight's Taskmaster skills saw the electric guitars, drums, and microphone made fully functional, connected, and working. Even then, it was still quite the challenge, considering the mess of wires Rainbow Dash had managed to create. Well, I think, we did it. Now it's just a simple matter of putting in the disc and, at speeds that would have made even the Wonderbolt jealous, Pinkie Pie zipped past Twilight, disc apparently in mouth, as she jammed the hoof down on the on switch, prodding it faster and faster as it would go out and the machine speeding up.
Pinkie Pie?
Come on! Pink Earth Pony chattered excitedly as she bounded up and down, over and over on the same spot as breakneck pace. To any pony not otherwise acquainted with Ponyville's resident party artiste, they would have thought she dosed up on one too many teaspoons of sugar.
Or a big giant, or what was that? A large, no, not crystal meth. Why'd you go straight to crystal meth, goddammit?
Because goddammit, that shit just gets stuck in my head.
No. What I was thinking is a large Starbucks coffee cup.
Coffee.
Yes.
Anyways. Pinkie yelled in incredulous Twilight Sparkle. We haven't even read the manual! What do you think you're... Flickering the light of the TV screen blazed a startling white. The stylized text, Harmonics, spelled out clearly before the now intrigued ponies. Eyes riveted to the screen, expecting a vibrant kaleidoscope of color to burst out on screen any second. If I remember playing Rock Band once too many times before, I know how it goes. I think, at least.
Loud?
Instead, all they got was a simple fade to black as the introductory logo slowly phased off screen, eliciting a couple of surprised looks from the ponies assembled. Even Rarity, normally always prim and proper, had a rather incredulous look plastered across her features. That's it? My word, you don't suppose they're getting lazy, do you? Sure looks that way, I'm willing to bet. What the hey was that? Cringing from her rainbow mane friend's passionate outburst, Twilight turned to reassure her friends that Princess Celestia knew what she was doing. Or at least that's what she told herself. Yeah. Oh dear, what's going on?
Well, somebody got a hold of the Rock Band opening.
I will take care of it.
And also, someone earlier was asking what your internet provider is.
Verizon Fios. Let's just continue.
Let's just see how far we go, and if the disconnecting is starting to become a problem, we'll try again tomorrow.
It doesn't happen often. It just, it happens out of nowhere. It doesn't happen very often. Just, anyways, let's keep going.
Let's just go on, and we'll see how it happens.
Yet before she could say a word, the screen came to life once more. Vibrant colors taking the place of a once dull screen that panned out to reveal a desolate desert highway, slowly focusing on a lone chariot barreling down the road at breakneck speed. Straining their eyes to get a better view, every pony assembled, even the normally reserved Fluttershy, literally glued their eyes to the screen in anticipation. Soon, two stallions emerged and a mare from the speeding chariot, still in the middle of a speeding down a highway. Didn't take long for each jaw in the room hit the floor with a resounding thud, as one by one the four ponies began to play a rock song, whilst on the chariot, while speeding down the highway, demolishing their way through a ghost town with music!
Yeah. Well, looks like people have got their opening.
Yes. So awesome! Came the characteristic squeal of the rainbow mane Pegasus as she brought her hooves up to her cheeks, squeezing them together to form an expression that Twilight could swear her mother pulled her on her one too many times in her fillyhood years. Soon the cutscene came to a close, leaving the cyan Pegasus even more excited than before, if that was even possible. Well then. Rubbing her hooves together in anticipation, her usual go-time grin stretched from ear to ear as her eyes blazed in steely determination. Ooh, boy. This is gonna get good, don't you think?
Hopefully Hopefully, unless...
Oh man, oh man, oh man! I can't wait to rock some pony socks off! If Twilight didn't know better, she would have sworn the game actually responded to Rainbow Dash's hyperactive display. The image on screen changing in time with her words to present them with what they could only assume was another main menu. The familiar row of options that read solo, multiplayer options, among many others, adorned the screen, overlapping what appeared to be a black and white video of a pony screaming into a mic on a stage, belting out lyrics to a cheering, adoring audience. Rainbow Dash was practically jittering with anticipation now. Pinkie Pie even more so, her inner barb literally begging for a chance to stretch its lyrical muscles. Come on, Twilight, what are you waiting for? Let's get the show on the road!
Oh, the disappointment we're gonna face. Oh, the disappointment.
And that's the thing, Rainbow. I don't think... Apparently either hearing nothing or choosing to hear nothing that came out of Twilight's mouth, Rainbow Dash snatched up a guitar and haphazardly swung it over her shoulder, raising her right hoof to play the most awesome rock ballad to ever grace the ears of Ponyville's denizens. Only to realize she hadn't the foggiest idea how.
Ladder! She chose not to.
Twilight, one step ahead of you. Grabbing another guitar off the floor, Twilight quickly thumbed the small switch-like extension that lay in place of the strings and promptly selected multiplayer before tossing the guitar back to Rainbow Dash. Oh, sweet! Now I can finally... Whoa there, Nelly! Came Applejack's firm tone, the one she usually only broke out to stop a certain over-impulsive Pegasus from doing anything she might regret. I reckon y'all better leave any singing the mirror to me. Got to get some experience on that guitar of yours. Now, let's wait a hey picking second there. Rainbow. This time the voice unmistakably carrying Twilight's trademark nagging tone. It's about time to let some pony else get first try, don't you think so?
Yeah, you might want to step out, Rainbow.
Rainbow Dash raised the hoof in protest, only to be met by Twilight's piercing gaze as her friend's normally warm, caring eyes narrowed to snake-thin slits. A dash which literally made her blood curdle for a second or two. Needless to say, she quickly lowered whatever hoof she raised. I think Applejack deserves a turn.
Yeah, you better!
That's very noble of you, Rainbow. I'm very proud. Yeah, proud schmound, muttered the Cyan Pegasus, sulking off to find another instrument and a manual to read. Right, let's see here. Applejack squinted at the screen as she scrolled through the game's setlist, trying to find at least one song that she could at least try to sing. Playing a little bit of guitar was all fine and dandy. Surely her time on the farm would help it. But lyrics, especially those of a song she didn't know from heads or tails, was a little too much. I wonder what kind of songs the pony equivalent of Rock Band even has.
I don't know. Did they...
What?
Did they even listen to rock?
I don't know. We've already proven that anything can happen in Equestria, so... Yeah. But you have to wonder what kind of music they have in Equestria, you know? Besides like the stuff Octavia belts out, you know?
Or whatever Vinyl pulls out.
Yeah.
Or whatever they sing on a dime.
Anyways, sifting her way through the set list, Applejack was about to call it quits halfway through after seeing song after song that sounded positively alien to her. That's when she saw it. She almost missed it, but a familiar title managed to catch her eye, one she swore she couldn't mistake. Doubling back at a breakneck speed, she flicked through song after song until her eyes came to rest on a very familiar title, one the Orange Mare couldn't help but jump for joy at. You really want to know what it is?
I'm tempted.
Maybe this will clue you in.
Well, that's an obvious given.
Sweet Celestia! They got Colton Roses on here!
Colton Roses?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Applejack cried out in joy, jamming her hoof down on the select button as she quickly got on her hind legs, grabbing the microphone stand with her free hooves. I'm no singer, but that's for sure, but boy howdy, I'm gonna give this my best shot! Well then.
Well, solo or what?
Colton Roses? Oh man, if there's one pony in this room cool enough to play lead guitar on one of Slice's classics, it's gotta be me! Sulkiness completely forgotten, Rainbow Dash sprung up on her hind legs with renewed vigor, assuming a classic rock and roll stance as she spaced her hooves apart with the trained precision of a rabid fan filly. Let's rock! Yay! I call dibs on drums! Pinkie Pie on drums.
Oh, fuck.
She leapt right behind the drum set and immediately proceeded to hammer away at the pads with 2 drumsticks she mysteriously procured from thin air. No pony, least of all Twilight, even tried pointing out they weren't playing yet. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3... Hey, wait! We still need one more! You want to give it a shot, Twilight? I'd actually like to give it a try, if you'd be so kind. Fluttershy gave her usual modest smile as she slowly stepped forward to gently sling the second guitar strap around her neck. Rearing up on her hind legs like her 2 other friends, she found herself nervously fidgeting around with her controller's buttons, seemingly lost. The rest was, thankfully, hassle-free for the better part. The only hiccup was Rainbow Dash actually choosing to start off on normal difficulty, at which every pony almost dropped whatever it was they were holding to rub their eyes in disbelief.
She didn't even learn a damn thing!
What do you mean? She didn't jump on the hardest difficulty.
Always start easy. Baby steps, people. Baby steps.
Well, normal's kind of easy, isn't it?
It's middle.
Soon enough, every pony had selected their settings, and the song was right about to start. With Applejack on vocals, Rainbow Dash on lead guitar, Fluttershy handling the bass right next to Pinkie Pie, who seemed utterly content with hammering away at her drums like a pony possessed. As Rarity and Twilight watched with rapt attention, the screen came to stunning live as 4 ponies gathered on stage faced a cheering crowd of 100 of adoring fans.
They won't be adoring for long.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I'm going to get some water real quick because my throat's kind of dry. I'll be right back.
Yeah. They're going to have to realize that they're going to have to press the buttons in according to what's displayed on the screen. So, I bet they're going to fucking fail. Yep. Oh well, I'm going to download the opening cinematic and edit in later. Yeah, mashing the buttons and shit like that. Yeah. Oops. Poking myself.
And I'm back. Did I miss anything important?
My predictions that they're gonna fail miserably.
Well, let's find out. Let me just have a sip right now. Thankfully, I still have this big cup I can easily fill with ice.
Quickly got me some sweet indeed I ended up buying at the store. Because I can't make it myself. My coffee pot's cracked and I don't think it'd be safe.
Alright, let's begin. Almost immediately, 4 display bars, clearly matched to each of the 4 ponies, looking in place on screen, obscuring much of the pomp and fanfare. Clearly, it was to serve only as a backdrop. The real challenge was yet to come. The tension in the air was almost palpable, as every pony fixed their gaze intently on those bars, waiting for the inevitable. Even Pinkie Pie, however impossible it may have seemed, actually quieted down.
Here goes nothing. Let's see how it failed.
The pink pony was still bouncing about in her seat excitedly, but it was an unbelievably rare sight to see her doing little else. Silence filled the air, hanging over the floor as the silent precursor to a slow but steady approach. Gradually, the characteristic sound of 2 tapping drumsticks echoed soundly through the room. Then the first notes ascended from Rainbow Dash's bar.
How does she fare?
It was a steady, catchy rhythm, and Twilight found herself subconsciously tapping her hoof in time with the beat, as Rainbow Dash actually managed to hit all the right notes in the right places, which I had to say is quite surprising.
Huh.
Surprisingly, the Rainbow Mane Pegasus and her attraction to all things rock was paying off. Did I just read that correctly?
I hope so.
She hit out note after note with almost rhythmic grace with natural ease, swaying perfectly in time with the music. As her Cyan Pegasus friend hit the last note of her first verse, it was Fluttershy's turn to shine as her bass line came into the mix, closely followed by Pinkie Pie's drums. As the two hit each note with almost perfect timing, Twilight and Rarity couldn't help but stare dumbstruck for a while. Granted, they were playing on normal, but seeing as it was only their first try, this was by no means any small feat.
Well, those are the instruments, but what about Applejack's singing?
Soon, Rainbow Dash's opening solo died down, gradually coming to an end here as the ever-flashy Pegasus finished off her solo with a textbook rocker shred, her strumming hoof pointing right in the air before bowing off to make way for Applejack's opening verse.
Let's see how this goes!
I am not going to sing.
No, but I think we do know how things go.
The blonde-maned farm pony was no stranger to music. Often she'd pour her heart and soul into a nice country ballad after a hard day's apple bucking, as we could probably tell with stuff like Raise This Barn, right?
Well, yeah.
If anything, all the time she'd spent strumming on the Apple family's old acoustic, while she sang to one very fascinated apple bloom, filled every last word with every ounce of spirit she had. Yet her only gripe, loath to admit it she was, rested on her trademark southern pony accent. It was a truth she did not like to admit, but she swallowed the bitter pill and carried on singing. Vocals were her responsibility, and the Apple family never shied away from their responsibilities. Turning around with a hopeful grin, Applejack expected Rarity to be rolling on the floor in mock pain at the sound of her accent. But what she did not expect was a warm, supportive smile from the purple-maned unicorn. She could almost swear Rarity was actually rocking to the beat of the song as she motioned for Applejack to continue playing.
Just come on, you can do this, girl.
Her spirits lifted by such an unexpected show of support, the orange mare turned back to face the screen and continued to sing. Fluttershy certainly looked like she was enjoying herself. The normally quiet, unassuming Pegasus was bobbing in time to the rhythm, steadily swaying forward and backward amidst the bass's low, steady notes. In contrast, Rainbow Dash had assumed a wide power stance across the floor, whipping her rainbow-tinted mane around in a frenzy as she threw her head in all directions, belting out a steady rhythm on her guitar. Pinkie Pie, now furiously pounding away at the drum pad with a vengeance, complimented her Cyan friend perfectly. Together the two ponies were a natural stage duo. All the life and personality they injected into the song almost made the atmosphere feel alive with sheer energy.
Well, they're faring better than I expected.
Likewise with me. It was truly a spectacle to behold. Even Twilight and Rarity, ponies who were quick to dismiss this particular genre, found themselves completely immersed in the whole experience, moving in time with the music as it thundered through the library speakers. Watching the song came to life as each of their friends put their soul into every last note, key, and drum beat. Twilight and Rarity couldn't help but let a smile of pure joy stretch from ear to ear. Truly, seeing such a piece come together, given life to the combined efforts of each and every one of their friends, felt almost magical. Excuse me. Rainbow Dash's guitar rhythms, Applejack's vocals, Fluttershy's stable bass background, and Pinkie Pie's steady drum beats. It all made Twilight want to be a part of it even more than she already did, and she already wanted that quite badly. Twilight wanted to get into it. Just as Applejack finished off her segment, Rainbow Dash leapt right into it, her notes following hot on the heels of the farm pony's vocals. The Cyan Pegasus dropped into her first true guitar solo, answering to a barrage of notes that descended upon her from her note chart as it suddenly turned blue. Throughout the entire course of the song, Rainbow Dash had been hitting white glowing notes that she had read were called energy phrases. Apparently, hitting those phrases gathered energy she could use to double her score for a time, something the game called overdrive, should she put it to use. Of course, Rainbow Dash awesomeness was an art. So far, she had not seen fit to unleash a truly mind-blowing performance yet. The time was not simply right. Until now. Taking center stage over as Applejack's in-game persona, Rainbow Dash's avatar gave her guitar one mighty tug as she jerked it upwards, entering the spotlight as her note chart lit up like a Christmas tree from entering overdrive. Inch by inch, the Rainbow Main Pegasus found her score climbing ever higher, leaving a couple of her bandmates in the proverbial dust. Granted, Rainbow Dash actually missed a couple of them here and there, no thanks to her sheer speed the notes seemed to possess, but by the end of her performance was good enough that her display... Slow down a bit. Her bar displayed she had hit about 96% of them, followed by a resounding cry of "Awesome solo!" from an unseen announcer.
Well, faring better than I thought. Keep it going, girls.
The rest of the song was rather subdued in the immediate aftermath of Dash's solo, probably to give the Every Pony a breather after that very intense performance. As Applejack lowered her vocals to a near whisper, the once dizzying flurry of notes slowed to a little more than a trickle at a time. Giving Rainbow Dash a who's up to acknowledge her friend's job on the solo, the Pegasus answered with a grin and a riff, the notes timed perfectly with the end of Applejack's line. Mere seconds later, the song skyrocketed into a crescendo, sending Rainbow Dash into a shredding frenzy as she hit notes left and right. Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy followed suit, keeping in time with Dash's guitar riffs as he executed note after note with near flawless precision and speed. Well then.
Well, I think you got another source filmmaker idea. Those ponies playing Sweet Child of Mine. Although we're gonna have to put this somewhere else because, God forbid, anybody posts Guns N' Roses, they get instantly copyright infringement.
Anyways, Applejack finally finished off the song, leading off to Rainbow Dash's final echoing riff. As if on cue, an explosive finishing animation lit up the screen with sparks as the note charts disappeared, the in-game band bowing to the crowd as legions of adoring fans whistled and screamed for an encore. Apparently, the four of them had done quite well if the scores on screen were any indication. Netting at least 4 out of 5 possible stars on the song, every pony had managed at least 90% of their notes. Being the lead guitarist, Rainbow Dash's name was first in the row displayed on screen, the title proudly emblazoned with the words "Solo Legend" right beneath it.
Well.
Hoo yeah! Who's the solo legend? I'm the solo legend! Yeah, keep tooting your own horn, missy, said Applejack, throwing her pompous friend a slightly satirical grin before looking over the rest of the titles. Apparently she had gotten the title Most Energy, her notes percentage at a modest 91% compared to Fluttershy's 98% or Rainbow Dash's 94%.
Wow! Fluttershy was right on!
Oh, that's not all. The Yellow Pegasus, on the other hand, had received the title Authentic Strumming. Seeing that she was the bassist, Applejack and Rainbow Dash could only assume that she must have had at least some theoretical knowledge of how to play the instrument. Then again, no pony ever saw Fluttershy so much as play a simple castanet, let alone a bass guitar.
You may never know.
Yeah. As her eyes drifted over to Pinkie's score, Applejack swore her eyes nearly bugged out of their sockets, even rubbing them a few times to make sure what she was seeing on screen wasn't some kind of illusion. 100% Pinkie Pie?
Holy hell!
The farm pony spluttered out as she looked over to where her fellow Earth pony was sitting. She swore her eyes were deceiving her, but instead of whooping around in joy like every pony expected her to, Pinkie Pie looked positively bored?
What?
Oh, come on! This is way too slow. It's gotta be much faster than this. The pink Earth pony gestured at the screen in irritation, apparently still dissatisfied despite the big fat 100% and her title that proudly displayed the word flawless.
She got flawless and she's complaining? Bitch! You're a ungrateful bitch!
Rainbow Dash raised an eyebrow in surprise. Knowing Pinkie Pie, it probably wasn't more than another random tirade the Earth pony had earned great renown for. Then again, given the fact that her pink-maned friend played her song from start to finish without a single flaw, Dash couldn't help but feel a trickle of doubt seep through. Dash quickly dismissed the thought, partially thanks to her own minuscule attention span, and quickly returned her attention to the awaiting setlist. Alright, it's my turn now! Proclaimed the boisterous Cyan Pegasus, quickly thumbing her way through the setlist with the fervor of a rabid fan filly, rifling through track after track as her eyes darted over each one with phenomenal speed. Almost immediately, she paused. Her eyes ground to a halt as she slowly thumbed her way up the set list, finally coming to rest on a lone track. Twilight had only ever seen Brass's eyes go that wide once, and it had taken the Wonderbolts to do that.
What is the song?
You really want to know?
I'm afraid.
Oh, it's actually not as bad as you might think.
I'm afraid.
Yeah, don't be. It's actually another classic, believe it or not. Let me see if I can... This will be a little familiar one to you.
So are you gonna be my girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's been a while since I've heard about it. Might as well give it a hand at that, but there will be pauses.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh! Can you believe it? They have Pegasus on this thing! This is better than awesome! This game just got super awesome!
Yeah, and Applejack, you might want to step away.
Twilight and Rarity were, needless to say, more than a little surprised. They'd never seen their flyer fanatic of a friend flip out over something other than a chance to hang with the Wonderbolts. A big part of me, Dash, but do me a favor and enlighten everybody not so illuminated. Who or what is this Pegasus you speak of? Oh boy.
And here comes the Phantasm.
With blinding speed, Rainbow Dash whipped around until she was eye level with the fashion diva.
Who's Pegasus? You're kidding me, right? You're only the most rockin' band to ever tear up Equestria. You guys really need to get out more, sighed Pinkie Pie,
shaking her head as though Twilight and Rainbow Rarity had just asked a question that even a Philly school student would know the answer to.
What's 2 plus 2?
Well, I'm no fan of these Pegasus fellas here, so I guess I'll just say this one now, Rainbow.
Smart idea, Applejack.
In response, the cyan Pegasus could only shrug her shoulders, half sorry that her orange friend would pass up on a chance to perform such a righteous tune. Then again, she wasn't about to let that just any pony here, build out a song for the legendary Pegasus. This song called for some direct intervention, Rainbow Dash style. Oh boy.
Oh god.
Sauntering over to the mic, Rainbowine Pegasus slung her guitar over her shoulders and reared up, throwing out her chest in confidence as she jammed her hoof over the select button. As the game quickly changed to show the difficulty select screen, a mischievous grin spread over Rainbow's face.
No! Do not! Do not!
Let's get up a notch,
she sneered, quickly jamming her hoof over the guitar as she assumed a cliched stage pose, her right hoof held up high over her now slumping head as the rainbow mane fell forward, completely obscuring her eyes before she slammed her hoof down on the strum bar on the guitar's select button, sealing her choice for both guitar and vocals on hard difficulty.
You stupid motherfucking bitch!
Yeah.
God damn it, you don't learn a damn thing, Rainbow!
Hey, at least she didn't pick expert difficulty. That would have been hell for her.
Expert difficulty through the fire and flames, she'd probably be in her cloud house crying.
Sorry there, Rainbow Dash, came Twilight's voice, this time a bit more forceful than usual. If you're going to take on both the vocals and the guitar at the same time, some pony's gotta be there to bail you out if you fail the song. I'm going to direct this personally. As she stood up, Twilight's eyes immediately fell on Pinkie's drum set. Needless to say, Pinkie Pie's danger sense lit up as like another one of Princess Celestia's over-the-top royal parades. Leaping to shield her drum set like a mother would her foal in danger, her eyes almost begged Twilight to stay away. Yeah, Pinkie Pie really loves them drums. As she stood up, left with only the bass to choose from, Twilight looked over to Fluttershy, who immediately unslung their guitar from her neck, politely handing it to the Lavender Unicorn. It'd be my pleasure. I just hope I didn't do too badly. Don't be silly, Fluttershy, came the unicorn's firm assertion. I just need to make sure that Rainbow here doesn't run herself into another proverbial mess.
Like she did a couple times now.
Twilight flashed an impish grin at her boisterous friend, and Rainbow Dash's cheeks flushed a colorful shade of red as she turned her snout up, trying to maintain some sense of dignity. Yeah, we'll see who bails who out, Miss Smarty Pants. Now stop talking and start rocking!
Woo! Yeah! Normal mode is too easy for me, so I'll have to be joining Dashy on hard mode. That's big enough.
Fluttershy's gonna have to bail you out. I give her a few seconds to do this song.
Are you serious, Pinkie?
The Lavender Unicorn raised an eyebrow before giving a resigned sigh and selecting normal difficulty for her bassist. Well, some ponies gotta keep a level head here. I'll stay on normal and bail you out in case any of you fail the song. With every pony's cards in play, the stage was set for Rainbow Dash to start and rocker stardom, quote-unquote. Before any pony knew it, the loading screen came up before rapidly being replaced by the very familiar stage of all four ponies facing on a roaring crowd of adulating fans. Just like before, the ponies on stage were waving and gesturing at the fans to turn it up a notch, bringing the crowd's screams to a fever pitch as the four notes charts made their appearances on the screen.
They lucked out on Sweet Child of Mine. What are they gonna do about Are You Gonna Be My Girl? I still say a few seconds in and Rainbow Dash would fuck it up.
It's gonna be so awesome!
Squealed the overexcited Rainbow Dash, eyes wide with anticipation like a textbook fan filly. This is like the third or fourth time we've heard that verb already.
I think we get it already, author.
After a few seconds, a familiar tick of the drumsticks made themselves heard at the speakers, signaling the start of the song. Abruptly, the sound of tambourines came over the speakers, bringing them with them Twilight's first notes of a slow, steady rhythm. Being on normal difficulty, the Lavender Mare had little trouble hitting all of them with little error, spelling out a lively beat for the rest of the song. Rainbow Dash perked up, her eyes flashing as she immediately caught on to the rhythm. Clearing her throat in an almost comical manner, she began tapping her right hoof in time with the sonorous bass beats. Hitting her second verse, Twilight's bass notes soon found a companion in Pinkie Pie's drum beats, the Earth Pony's steady thump speeding out of rhythm in perfect synchrony with Twilight's low baritone strums. As the duo kept rhythm for another verse, Pinkie Pie ended off her drum beats with a double whammy, hitting two of the same drum pads in perfect synchrony. As she bowed out and accepted the hoofed sigh of Pegasus waiting in the wings, Rainbow Dash gave her a quick nod. It was her time to shine.
Yeah!
Right on cue, Rainbow Dash immediately picked up from where the Pinkie left off by unleashing an intense, massive riffing of guitar chords that perfectly echoed the ending of Twilight's verse. Yeah, where is it? Yeah, we know.
Because you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. I said you look so fine and I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Say you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey?
I think we get the point.
Yep. I wonder if this is gonna cost me my... I hope this doesn't get struck down for copyright.
Anyways, skipping all that, Rainbow Dash is in full rock mode now. Nothing could stop her rhythm. Not errors, not missed notes, not even failing the song in front of her friends would have stopped the spirit of her inner rock star if she moved in time with the very essence of the music.
Well, so far so good.
Not even paying heed to the fact that she had already missed a significant number of notes on both the guitar and vocals.
Well, she's already screwing up.
Nothing was going to bring the enraptured Pegasus out of her rocker's trance. She was having way too much fun to even think of letting that bother her. Saving her best for last, Rainbow Dash gave her guitar controller her mightiest buck yet.
What?
She gave her guitar controller her mightiest buck yet.
Wow. That...
Jerking the device upwards as her character spiraled right into overdrive mode. Soon enough, even her guitar's progress bar, which had become at least halfway towards failing the song, was neck and neck with the rest of her teammates. Well, abruptly launching into another barrage of chords, Rainbow Dash finished off the brief verse with a grand exaggerated flourish. Leaning in close to the mic, she let her sweat-slicked mane fall over her eyes as she uttered the next few words in a smoky, seductive murmur that no pony ever expected from the tomboyish athlete. Yeah. Like, seriously, you know? You know that one?
I said, are you gonna be my girl?
Yep.
Only here it's Are You Gonna Be My Filly? Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to ponified songs is not really it doesn't have the same feel.
I'm just going to skip through this because this is all just Rainbow Dash gushing over and acting like a rock star, but it's probably going to get boring.
If you want, go ahead.
So blah blah blah, she gets through the guitar solo just fine, she rocks through it, gets fine through it, Fluttershy while I'm impressed. Music dies down, guitar's electric notes dying a slow, distorted death as they faded off the screen, making way for every pony's individual score. When the final tallies came up, glances full of worry and concern were cast over the Cyan Pegasus, hoping that Rainbow Dash wouldn't fall into a slump after seeing her score. These ponies were her rock idols, and every pony knew just how far Dash took idol worship sometimes.
And what is her score?
Deep down, the exhilarated Pegasus could care less. 80% on each? Nah, who cares? That was the most fun I've ever had in my life!
80 each?
80-ish. Not bad, I'd say. The aspiring Wonderbolt let out a final raucous whoop as she reared onto her hind legs right before she collapsed onto her rump, panting and gasping for air. Letting gravity take over, Dash fell wings first onto the floor, letting out a long wheeze as she allowed a brief clumsy silence to fall over the room as she tried to catch her breath, adrenaline still pulsing through her veins. Slowly she let her limbs hang loose as her breath came back to her in short rasps. In the blink of an eye, Dash's silence was broken by an ear-splitting whine, one she knew all too well.
What is it?
So slow!
Can I choke her now?
Yeah, it's Pinkie Pie, but yeah. Standing out, Rainbow Dash glanced over at Pinkie Pie's score, quickly rubbing in her eyes just to make sure she wasn't seeing a few extra zeros. Pinkie! Exclaimed the Rainbow Mane Pegasus, her eyes wide with incredulous shock. You got 100% on hard mode! How are you still not happy? Jeez.
Explain, Pinkie! Explain, oh pink one of little logic and little reason!
The pink Earth pony grab.
It's too slow, Dashy! I think they're going slow on purpose. It's like they never saw me coming!
Obviously, you need something with a fast drum solo.
Yeah, because guess what? It's her turn to pick a song now.
Great.
And, yeah.
No, yeah, tell me what's gonna happen. Give it to me straight, Doc.
I will get to it in a second. Just let me... Darting forward to snatch the guitar out of her Cyan friend's hooves, Pinkie Pie started flicking through the setlist like a pony possessed. Even Rainbow Dash's shrill cry, "What hey?" falling on complete deaf ears. Well, Pinkie's frown deepened as she took split-second pauses for each song, quickly dismissing each one with a shrill, "Too slow" or "Too boring." Eesh.
Ugh. Shit, why don't you just create your own?
Well, it doesn't allow for custom songs, so...
Yeah! I mean,
Anyways, burning her way through the setlist, Pinkie's rapid-fire song selection showed no sign of slowing down one bit. Soon enough, Rainbow Dash and Applejack were taking bets on whether Pinkie Pie would even find a song fast enough for her. Yeah.
hyperactive motherfuck.
As she neared the end of the sizable track list, the pink Earth Pony was about ready to throw in the towel and give up. Just as she was about ready to hand the guitar back to the Pegasus, a very special at the corner of her eye that almost flash froze her guitar hoof, lighting her eyes ablaze with a fire of excitement.
Everybody is placing their bets on now, so why don't you go ahead and reveal what it is? Just so people would stop passing money in this here little gambling operation.
Slowly but surely, her formerly annoyed expression melted off to make way for a smile that almost literally stretched from ear to ear as she landed right smack on the setlist's very last piece. As every pony listened in stunned silence to the preview, their eyes slowly widened in shock, jaws loosening as their mouths started to hang agape. Oh my. Fluttershy's voice, soft as always, was almost lost in the din that filled the room. For Pinkie Pie, this was her jam.
Can we hurry up? I think people are placing bets.
You really want to know? You really want to know?
People are placing bets in the goddamn stream, and I'm not getting any cut of this.
All right, people. Pinkie Pie's jam is this.
Fuck! Finally, people going!
Yes, Pinkie Pie selected a Dragon Force song. Hit the decks, people.
I'm getting 10% of whatever's being bet on this.
Oh, yeah!
Pink Earth Pony slammed her hoof down on the select button, and Twilight's jaw extended from merely hanging agape to actually hitting the floor as Pinkie Pie selected the very last song under the Nightmare Song select section, and for both her guitarists and her vocalists, Pinkie proceeded to pick Expert difficulty.
I think she's gonna have to go solo on this.
Actually, the Pink Earth Pony just stood there for several seconds, still waiting for something to happen before turning to the rest, who were still sitting there and watching her with their mouths agape.
What are you silly McSilly sitting there waiting for?
Pinkie Pie gushed as she bounced over to Applejack and nudged the orange mare to the drum sets, before looking over expectantly to Rainbow Dash and Twilight.
Well?
At last, Twilight immediately unslung the guitar from her neck and quickly shoved it in Rainbow Dash's direction, still staring incredulously at the Pink Earth Pony as though she had thrown out a second and third head.
So wait, who's involved now?
Pinkie Pie is on guitars and vocals as on expert difficulty, and she somehow dragged Applejack and Rainbow Dash in with her. After a moment, the Psy Pegasus noticed the instrument that had been so suddenly offered in her direction, and she quickly veered back, eyeing the instrument nervously before she darted her gaze at the television set, where that infernal song was still playing its insanely blistering tune. Rainbow Dash was normally a lover of the Fast and the Furious, but this was pushing it.
This is a nightmare! If Rainbow Dash goes fuck no on something fast and furious, there is something wrong. This is almost too real.
The song sounded incredible, sure. It was the kind of song she would have gushed over if she had heard it on the radio or at a concert. But now, faced with this unfamiliar tune with its complex, chaotic rhythm and breakneck pace, Rainbow began feeling an all too familiar twinge of fear.
Well?
Normally overconfident Pegasus gave a nervous swallow and stepped forward, taking the guitar controller from Twilight and mustering all the bravado she could still summon in face of such a savage tune.
Never let it be said that Rainbow Dash has ever won it back from a challenge. I'll do the song all right.
Well, I guess I couldn't hurt to play that normal on this one.
Just play normal. Fucking normal.
Ain't no shame in that, Rainbow. Applejack selected normal difficulty as well. You ain't gonna be alone in this one. Besides, this is the game. Ain't like the fate of Equestria's hanging on it, right? Yeah. As long as we don't have to plan to use our hooves for the next 2 days, right? Shush! It's starting!
Now Pinkie Pie is acting like Twitchy, that one little over medication. No, wait, what was that? What, Twitchy or what? What was that? What was that one squirrel that's always hopped up on medication from Foamy's cartoons?
Pilsy?
Pilsy, yes! She's starting to sound and act like Pilsy!
Well, Can you blame her?
This
The only
is
one who seemed remotely excited was Pinkie Pie. But then again, the party goer was almost excited about everything. Whatever was coming all their way, it was bound to be one moon of a manure storm.
this is gonna be crazy.
And all I know, I'm gonna grab me some more water. Be right back.
Pills. What the fuck? I don't know. I'm gonna get rid of that one thing. Beep. Urge too much. This is gonna be absurd. He has no idea what the fuck she is getting into. Ooh! Ow! Son of a...
Alright there, Gonzo.
Knocking myself around.
That's amazing.
Ow! And even pinching myself in things. It's Pinkie. What do you expect? Some goddamn.
Well, the bears are playing Through the Fire and Flames now. Well, almost as if to warm up, Pinkie Pie started strumming away at her guitar, tapping away at her fret button, some unidentifiable pattern. Sometimes even using both hooves instead of just one. And it was just in time. The familiar tick of the drumsticks once again sounded from the speakers, and she was ready herself just in time for the first of the notes to descend.
This is gonna be absurd.
Yeah.
Really? Do we have to play the song?
What?
Do we really have to play the song? I think we already know how it
Oh,
goes.
that's all. It was chaos. Down came a stream of notes that moved so quickly that none of the gathered ponies would have ever dreamed of having been able to hit it at all. A merciless, confusing barrage too fast to keep up with notes everywhere. All the fret buttons. Even Rainbow Dash gave up trying to follow after a matter of seconds. Well, yet, somehow, in defiance of what seemed of all humanly possible, Pinkie Pie refused to falter, hitting every note with perfect timing.
Did you say perfect timing?
Perfect timing. Yes.
Is she gonna complain about how slow this will be?
Well, let's find out. Her brow was furrowed now. Sure, as much would take the wind out of every pony, but Pinkie never missed a beat. From the moment she strummed the first guitar note, Pinkie Pie's right hoof immediately shot up to her fret buttons, where she started pressing them with the same infernal pattern that she had been using to warm up just before. Twilight had read in the manual something about hammer-ons and pull-offs, notes that didn't need any strumming in order to be played. It made enough sense. Twilight had read enough about acoustic theory to understand the benefit of salvaging the vibrations of the strings from multiple notes. But this? An opening solo composed of nothing but hammer-ons and pull-offs was just madness.
It's crazy.
Madness. This is Pinkie Pie!
I hate you now. Oh wait. Hold on, we have an internet problem. Hang on, we're having issues. Come on. Work with us! Ah! Come on! Shit!
Oh, that was odd.
Ah! Damn, finally!
That was odd. My internet didn't even crap out that time.
Probably mine did for some odd reason.
Anyways. My word, Pinkie Pie! Exactly how equestrian are you? Rarity stammered to a halt as a yellow hoof came out from an inches from her face. Fluttershy shook her head so ever slightly, eyes riveted on her friend's performances. Rarity got the picture and sat back, silently trying to wrap her brain around what she was witnessing. They're hammer-ons! Pinkie Pie ground out from behind clenched teeth, and just as her opening solo of hammer-ons applause erupted into a sliding stream of notes that sent every pony cross-eyed, suddenly just trying to follow it. And then the real riffing began.
Wait, what are they? What are you talking about?
Rainbow Dash had been having an easy time right up until then. Compared to Pinkie Pie's blistering barrage of expert, her bases had been having a relatively tame time on normal. Right up until the last 3 notes she had hit simultaneously with Pinkie Pie's sliding stream. And then the Pegasus let out a barely restrained squeak of terror as another barrage of notes comparable to Pinkie Pie's suddenly descended upon her note chart. Yeah.
So Pinkie Pie managed to get... Wait, what?
Pinkie Pie managed to get past the opening solo of Through the Fire and Flames.
Shit.
Yeah.
Now what's gonna happen?
Applejack was hardly faring any... Oh, excuse me. In a frenzied panic, she began jamming away at her fret buttons as fast as she could in an attempt to keep up. But it was just too fast. She missed more than half of the notes as they streaked right over her head, and she still had no idea how the hey Pinkie Pie was doing all that. Applejack was hardly faring any better. The farm pony's teeth were grinding together as she haphazardly jammered away at the jump pads in an attempt to keep pace with the torrential beat that descended upon her like a tidal wave. But her efforts were in vain. She just couldn't keep up.
Maybe Pinkie should have gone solo.
Her progress bar, right alongside Rainbow Dash, slowly began their inexorable descent to the bottom, right where they were on the verge of failing the song, when abruptly they were saved by Pinkie Pie, who finally ended off the blistering opening solo with an unbelievable series of pull-offs that signaled the end of the breakneck pace, and the very beginning of the lyrics. Yeah. I'm not going to play the song again just because.
Let's just go. Let's go.
There was no denying it. The hyperactive party goer was blowing away the song the way the elements of harmony have blown away Nightmare Moon. And was Pinkie Pie elbow strumming?
What?
Pinkie Pie elbow strumming. It's a tech. I've seen this before. It's a technique that most guitar hero players and rock band players use to play guitar solos like that. Trust me. Anyways, even as they watched, the Pink Earth Pony was practically hollering into the mic as she pulled off an incredible series of consecutive hammer-ons and pull-offs that would have put any self-respecting guitarist to shame. Ugh. To say that Pinkie Pie was single-hoofedly keeping the band on its feet would have been a sore understatement. Rainbow Dash and Applejack had both come close to failing the song numerous times with every single barrage of notes that came their way. Yet each and every time, Pinkie Pie would save them from falling into the proverbial gutter with a well-timed surge of overdrive, bringing their progress bars flying back out to the neck with her own, where she stayed, right at the very top. Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah. You never expected Pinkie Pie to do some shit like this, did you?
This is
What?
one of those I can't moments where you just can't. Period.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be able to can ever again.
What the hell's this?
Screamed a panicked Rainbow Dash as another unstoppable stream of notes descended upon her, and she tried her very best to keep up, still strumming away madly as she hammered away at her fret buttons, barely managing to keep her progress bar from falling any further.
Oh, silly Dashy. This is just the greatest song in Equestria, that's what it is, Pinkie Pie whooped.
That's not the greatest song. It's a fucking nightmare. I mean, hell, even the band couldn't like recreate that opening guitar solo live.
Oh, really? Dragon Force could do it no problem.
Dude, I heard constantly that even Dragon Force has problems recreating it when doing live shows.
You'd be underestimating them, I don't know. Mainly because I have their live album Twilight Dementia on my iPod, so... I'll be shished, though. Whew. Oh, hey, no! Applejack groaned as the music started up again, her aching hooves hammering away the drum pads with their drumsticks in a panic rush. After flawlessly answering a barrage of notes that would have made the musicians of the Grand Galloping Gala look like an elementary school marching band, Pinkie Pie finally breathed a huge sigh of relief as the music came to yet another lull. The hyperactive partygoers seemed actually mildly tired for once. Ugh. Pinkie with Pony was shaking her strumming hoop sorely while giving her other one several good rotations, trying to get the kinks out of her wrists. And just in time, too. Right as she readied herself once more, the next few notes came down on her. Oh boy. Just can't get a break now, can you?
I can't.
Yet another huge barrage of nothing but hammer-ons and pull-offs swooped down upon Pinkie Pie's note chart like an angry griffin. And at this point, Twilight Sparkle was convinced that Pinkie Pie was somehow channeling Dragon Force's lead guitarist.
Probably could.
I wouldn't be surprised if Pinkie Pie had tries with Herman Lee, to be honest. And yes, I know his name.
Let's just go.
Rarity had already long given up on trying to follow the impossibly complex sequence of notes. Pinkie Pie was just beyond understanding.
She's a pony possessed. She is no longer a pony. She is a demon.
Yeah. That wouldn't be surprising, you know. Oh, my Celestia! Cyan Pegasus cried out mournfully as her avatar finally could no longer take any more missed notes, and the on-screen pony flung his guitar onto the stage before kicking at it frustratedly as a huge red X appeared on the screen, crossing him out from the band as the crowd jeered and booed at him. Well,
Dash is out. Let's just get the others out and just let Pinkie take care of everything.
don't worry, Dashy, I'll save you! Pinkie Pie suddenly cried as she jerked her guitar upwards, and abruptly the screen lit up like a gold bar, as Dash's avatar stroked and picked up his guitar again, beaming as though nothing had gone wrong before resuming shredding away at chords like his life depended on it. And she's back in.
Why couldn't Pinkie just leave her alone? This is pushing it!
An endless barrage, an onslaught of notes from all 5 fret bars. It was nearly a miracle that Rainbow Dash and Applejack could even go a few bars without coming dangerously close to failing the song again. Pinkie Pie, on the other hoof, she was unstoppable. Every single note that came down on her note chart was flawlessly answered, her strumming hoof alternating between the strum bar and her fret buttons with shocking swiftness. So swiftly that even when she made just one mistake,
One slip up that cost her the note streak that she had been so close to building up a whopping 3,000. She recovered so quickly that almost no pony noticed that she had even made a mistake at all, and she was back to the 4 times score multiplier before Fluttershy had even blinked.
She's not. She can't. I can't anymore. Just go. Just go. I can't.
Several mirages of notes later, the song finally came to a blistering, mind-blowing end. And by then, Rainbow Dash and Applejack's hooves had all gone numb from all the strumming and smacking of the drum pads. Both mares immediately flopped down limply onto the floor, panting and thoroughly exhausted.
We did it! We actually made it! Ha! We're never doing that song again, partner.
Utterly exhausted, the two rivals slumped to the floor, near unconscious from the mental strain. The world around them swimming as their now tired brains failed to even notice their pink-maned friends' whoops and jumps of pure unbridled satisfaction.
Oh yeah! Now that's what I call a jam!
Came the ecstatic whoops and shouts of the barely winded Earth Pony, who against all odds had defeated what had seemed sheer impossibility without so much as breaking a sweat.
You are not pony, and if you were human, you weren't human. You are not human.
With the shouts and yells from the in-game audience dying down as the screen faded to black, the characteristic sound of scoreboard sliding into place snapped the sugar-dosed pony back to reality. Now Twilight was sure her jaw couldn't drop that low.
Oh, it'll break. It'll be reaching the basement pretty soon.
How did you... but it shouldn't be physically possible. Oh my word, Pinkie. How?
Able to manage more than incoherent babble, the two unicorns stood shocked still at the numbers before their eyes. Surely there had to be some manner of mistake. Perhaps the game was broken or something.
What's the score?
Oh, come on. Giving herself a sort of half-hearted chuckle, Rainbow Dash tried to dismiss her friend's dumbstruck looks as pure and simple exaggeration. Surely, no matter how well she saw Pinkie Pie perform, no pony could even hope to manage anything close to a good score on that. Rainbow? Came the voice of an apparently shell-shocked Applejack. Twilight intended to blow things out of proportion, but Applejack was a different kettle of fish altogether.
Oh, come on, not you too, Applejack.
What's
It seemed unbelievable, but Pinkie Pie had somehow, against all manner of easily understood modern magic, managed to hit 99% of every single note that had come her way, her score now easily more than even the mathematically inclined Twilight Sparkle could even think of counting to.
Come on, what?
99% for Pinkie Pie on guitar and vocals.
You are fags. Why?
Ugh. Looking at her own score, Rainbow Dash immediately flushed a deep shade of crimson as she buried her flushed face in her wings, almost steaming from the embarrassment of her paltry 40% that, alongside Applejack's modest 50%, the otherwise rambunctious Pegasus felt like digging herself all the way to the center of Equestria. Pinkie, on the other hand, was on cloud 9 after finally playing something worth her mettle, her search for the ultimate jam now satisfied. Turning to the ponies assembled, her gaze fell on Fluttershy, who immediately took an instinctive step back.
Come on, Fluttershy. We've had our fun, so now you've got to show us your stuff.
I don't wanna. I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break and go nope all the way through it.
Alright, we'll wait on you, Gonzo. Feel better.
Ow!
Oh, hopefully she'll be alright. Hopefully he'll be alright. What to do now? Oh, I gotta keep you guys entertained. Perhaps if I play a little something from this other video that I'm working on. Another one of them things like the mentally defective sniper video that I did a while back. May as well play this as we're waiting for him. It's audio only, so here.
Pinkie Pie! Intermission is in your ass! Oh, this is bad! Very well! Man!
Man! Oh, this is unacceptable!
Do something!
Yay! Come over here! This will only sting for a moment. Oops, sorry. All I can tell you about this next procedure is that it will be... The overcharge!
This calls for extreme measures! Pitch, puff, start!
You did well, Pinkie Pie!
Good work!
Thanks, guys!
Engineer it! No! The engineer is... Oh, this is not possible!
Heck yes!
What the fuck am I hearing all the way from the bathroom?
Oh, what's it? What? Oh, Gonzo, you're back already?
I was hearing my headphones clear to the bathroom. What the hell are you doing?
I was just showing them the audio of another video that I was working on. Is it really that loud?
I heard it, and not only that, my bathroom is just a few steps away.
That didn't surprise me. Well, anyways, now Fluttershy is in the driver's seat for Vocals.
I don't know. I don't think she probably wants to continue because of the thing named Pinkie.
Tossing her yellow-coated friend the microphone, Fluttershy gave a quick squeal as she quickly jumped the couch.
Ah, great. Now it's going, change the picture, it's boring now!
Ah, come on. Surely plot's not boring.
Ah, I don't know. It's probably just this other plot picture. There.
Oh, I'll give him a moment.
Another sunset. Now leave me a fuck alone.
Ish. Oh, that certainly got something. Yeah.
Damn it. I better not be hearing any more complaining. Only I can complain. Because I am hearing this as it happens. You guys are on a little delay or some shit. So. Rah!
Alright, so now Fluttershy in the driver's seat for singing. I wonder what song she's going to pick.
Probably something slow and simple.
No easy task either, seeing as I'm asking Fluttershy, probably Ponyville's quietest denizen, to choose a song from a game entitled Rock Band. It's pretty much tantamount to asking Applejack to speak proper Manhattanite. Didn't she do that in Cutie Mark Chronicles?
Tried, but she failed because she let her countryside out.
Unsurprisingly, every pony immediately set up Ramrod straight upon realizing that the quiet, timid Pegasus had actually found a song.
What?
You really want to know?
I bet it's quiet, like acoustics or something.
Oh, you'd be surprised, really.
I don't want to be surprised right now.
You want to know?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, here's what she picked.
Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely place, such a lovely place.
Huh.
Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year, you can find it here.
Yeah,
Oh.
she picked an Eagles song.
Well, at least it's better off than something demonic.
Pinkie Pie queried, Hotel California? California.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay, really. I don't think it'll be necessary to try to ponify everything. I get he's trying to be clever, but no, you can't. Just go ahead and imply it. We're already implying the fact that there was a whole bunch of shit over there, like Xbox 360s, I'm trying to think. Stereo systems, dubstep,
Computers.
and frickin' helicopters, like the ones that Pinkie Pie made that looked like sugary sweets and candy canes, and trains, people.
Yes, trains.
Why try to ponify some of this shit that's already came from the human world and implement it into the My Little Pony franchise? Why bother?
Because people will do that. You know, it seems inevitable, you know. But we shouldn't really let it get to us.
This fanfic is already getting into my head!
Oh, seriously?
Yes?
Yeah. Well then. Ay.
Ah, know that song! Land sakes, they got the Griffins on here!
So Applejack knows her country then.
It's not exactly country, it's classic.
Who now?
You mean to tell me that you ain't never heard of the Griffins, Pinkie? You're almost legends when you're talking about some good old down-home country music. Mom and Papa used to listen to them all the time on the radio.
Wrong! Fucking wrong! The
What?
Eagles are more into classic rock. They're rock, okay?
So, rock, you say?
Yes! I know my music, dude!
Well, one of the genres listed on the Wikipedia page is country rock, so... yeah. Anyways.
Good God, Wikipedia!
Yeah, that's good. Hello, Rock Farm? Drawled Pinkie Pony, apparently stating a fact only Applejack seemed to get. Oh yeah, you're one of them Almas types, ain't you? No radio or nothing. Must have been pretty gray over on that farm, Pinkie. My parents weren't all that big on music in general anyway. Said it took up time he could have spent working. We yelled psalms though, and that's pretty much it.
Who said this?
Pinkie Pie.
The person who just played through the fire and flames with 99% accuracy!
Yes.
You have no fucking room to say that, you pink demented freak!
Sheesh, man.
Keep going.
Sorry about that. Alright. Well, seeing as you's been here on them drums all day long, Pinkie, think you deserve a breather. Somebody else want to give this here game a try? Rarity, all good? Casting quick glances at each other, the two unicorns furrow their eyebrows for a second before quickly giving each other a brief shrug of the shoulders and stepping forward towards the TV. Looking over the instruments assembled, Twilight made a beeline right for the base as she immediately assumed Fluttershy's former position. Slinging the controller over her neck as she reared up on her hind legs to position herself. Rarity, on the other hand, set out to try Pinkie Pie's drum set. Apparently still quite impressed by her friend's unbelievable performance. Huh. Didn't think this would be your kind of game, Rarity. Thought you hated rock and roll. Rainbow Dash asked the white unicorn, who had picked up the drumsticks and was giving them a few experimental flicks. I do. Even so, I hardly see that a reason for me to sit out of a perfectly interesting experience. Preview didn't sound too intense either. I suppose I could give these griffins a shot.
We need to get Rarity onto YouTube.
Rainbow decided not to look a gift horse in the mouth, electing instead to shrug and sit back on the couch next to Pinkie, giving a groan of relief as her exhausted body sunk into the cushion. Man, you look bush, Dashy. Now that was a rock song, right? Those Dragon Force guys are something else. I wonder if there's any other songs by them I could play.
No!
What I wouldn't give to hear do Revolution Death Squad or Heroes of Our Time or even Lost Fallen World or hell, even my favorite Dragon Force song, Cry of Eternity.
God,
It was only her exhaustion that kept Rainbow Dash from leaping off the couch and screaming out the front door.
Please do.
Quickly averting her gaze from Pinkie Pie, Rainbow Dash watched in mild interest as Fluttershy slowly thumbed her way through what now appeared to be the difficulty selection, her hoof trembling as she tried to hesitantly thumb her way between normal and easy. What do you think she'll go as?
Easy.
As much as Fluttershy was one of her best friends, the Cyan Pegasus couldn't help but apply her hoof directly to her face, letting out a small sigh of exasperation. 5 minutes of flipping between the two easy choices on the menu, Fluttershy's trembling hoof came to a rest at the modest normal difficulty as she slowly hesitantly locked in her choice.
Alright. I guess I can give it a shot.
Fluttershy murmured almost inaudibly as she gave the screen a nervous look, where the 4 ponies were once more gathered on a stage, this time having set up at a much quieter, homely venue, not unlike a jazz bar, with a smaller but no less supportive crowd who were applauding the bowing ponies on stage.
Must be Nirvana Unplugged.
Yeah. Slowly as the notes came down on Applejack's guitar and Twilight's bass, they formed a melancholy tune, a melody reminiscent of days gone by, a song of silent solitude that would not have been out of place had they been traveling down a long, winding desert road, all by their lonesomes.
That's pretty much the feeling that overall sets Hotel California.
Applejack was slowly rocking to the tune as she masterfully plucked away at the strum bar of her guitar, and even Fluttershy was slowly beginning to loosen up, the yellow Pegasus's body beginning to sway slightly as well as she gave a shy smile, determined to give her very best shot for her virtual audience. And as Rarity drummed out her first 2 beats of the song, Ponyville's shyest, sweetest resident began to sing the softest, most beautiful lullaby that had ever graced their ears. If only one of our Fluttershy VAs was on here.
Dude, we should totally do that. We should try Hotel California, covered by Fluttershy. We should totally do that.
We should get Kitty to do it.
Wait.
She was a bloody damn good, awesome Fluttershy.
We should.
As that, the music began to pick up slightly in volume, and Applejack began to strum ever so slightly harder, her innate love for country rock bringing out the little bit of soul she needed to make playing the song completely more worth her while. Twilight and Rarity were playing out their own smooth mellow beats, satisfied smiles on their faces, but they served merely as the most wonderful backdrop to the highlight of the song, Fluttershy singing. There was no doubt about it, this was her show. Her voice was soft and velvet smooth, dainty yet rich beyond compare. Even as Rainbow Dash continued to listen, the exhausted Pegasus had to fight the temptation to fall asleep right there and then, so soothing was her friend's melody.
At least this proves to be a lot better off than the demonically possessed Pinkie. This is starting to compensate. I'm starting to gain a little composure here.
With a brief rapid series of beats from Rarity's drums, Fluttershy, now completely submerged in the song, poured forth every fiber of her being into the melody. All else seemed to fade into silence as every pony in the room fixed their eyes on Fluttershy, their ears held captive by what could be described as the magics.
Why'd you have to go through that? You ruined the moment. Damn you!
Hey, he wrote it, not me. I just read it.
Oh, Gonzo, you plan to upload this fanfic reading? Oh, I will. It'll take me a while to render it, but I think I can handle it.
As the vocals ended, Applejack went straight into a guitar solo that captured all of the attention that had once been on Fluttershy, the yellow Pegasus quickly darting out of the limelight to make way for her orange-coated friend. Having had plenty of experience on her farmstead with her acoustic guitar, Applejack strummed away all the notes that descended upon her perfectly Hotel California was a slow, relaxing song, the polar opposite of the metallic nightmare that Pinkie had been playing earlier, and the farm pony had loved to listen to country rock ever since she had been a little filly. The orange farm pony's soul completely in tune with the music, she finally played the final few chords that marked the end of the song, and let out a long, satisfied sigh as she unsung the guitar from around her neck, inspecting the scores that soon appeared on the screen. Applejack, 97%. Rarity, 92%. Twilight, 95%. Fluttershy... Huh?
I'm afraid. Is it low?
Applejack stared at the dismal 13%.
Aww! That can't be good! That's not right! Aww!
How in the name of Celestia did that happen?
I pulled every pony down, didn't I?
Applejack blinked a few times, thinking maybe the score was just some strange trick of the light. Or, Fluttershy seemed like an angel. How could her score be so low?
Hand over that mock sugar cube. This ain't right. There's gotta be some sort of testing over this thing. Look under options or something, Fluttershy.
Twilight unslung the guitar from her neck, staring over at the two with a concerned look on her face. You think it's broken, do you? It was working just fine before. Applejack managed to shrug. Fluttershy had found nothing on her option, instead electing to select a random song from the list. Oh dear. Well, may as well not even hold back. You want to know what song it was?
What?
But yeah.
What is that?
You seriously have never heard of Coheed and Cambria, yo?
No.
That was their song, Welcome Home. To her surprise, Applejack raised the mic, and it worked, pulling some decent scores before she paused and handed it over to Fluttershy. I don't get it. I gave you some scores for my singing. I don't see how it couldn't have for yours. Perhaps it's just a temperamental device, Rarity suggested.
Yeah, it's that, or... Fluttershy, try singing the rest of the side of their song.
Okay.
Raising the microphone again with trembling hooves, she hit the pause button again. Immediately, her score began dropping, and now that every pony attended wasn't mesmerized by her singing, they could see the reason. The tiny input arrow at the side of Fluttershy's board planted itself resolutely at the bottom, quivering ever so slightly with each of Fluttershy's words. Beautiful as the Pegasus's voice was, the microphone wasn't picking it up. The notes sailing right over her head.
I guess this is an instance of being too quiet.
Yeah, she's too quiet.
I was singing at the top of my lungs.
She was. Trust me.
I guess with Pinkie Pie screaming, it broke the mic.
Or Rainbow Dash's screaming before with Jet.
Or the fact that the top of her lungs is the equivalent of a low talk.
Yeah.
Chin up, Fluttershy.
Excuse me. I think you did just fine, reassured Twilight, watching her quiet friend with a warm, heartfelt smile. I think you'd like your old position back, though.
Thank you, Twilight.
But who is gonna sing? Groaned Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, who is going to sing? Who's the only one who hasn't sung yet?
You got 3 ponies who did. You got 3 others to choose from.
Well, that's leaving Twilight, Rarity, and Apple.
Wait a minute.
No, Applejack already.
Oh wait,
sang.
yeah. That's what I thought I missed something. Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, and we got the last 2.
Twilight and Rarity. So who's going to be next? Turning her head towards Twilight, the Labyrinth Unicorn immediately sensed Pinkie's intent.
No thanks, Pinkie Pie.
Turning her head towards the rest of her friends, the Pink Earth Pony found herself with the same response after try after try.
Already had my turn, Sugar Cube.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take a nap right there. Sorry, Pinkie.
I wouldn't mind, dearest.
Oh, Rarity now.
Well, she doesn't know this particular band, so we're not gonna really. This isn't happening, is it?
What do you mean?
I don't even know. So I think I've lost my mind right now. So
Yeah. Well, it's Rarity's turn, so maybe there's got to be something that'll grab her attention, right? Well, you're nervous about it. Are you?
I don't know. I never heard the song before, so
Oh, give me a minute here.
I just don't know how it's gonna go. So
Oh, why isn't any pony? Wait, what? I said I wouldn't mind giving it a try if that's what you're asking of me.
Pinkie swore she almost dropped her drumsticks when she recognized that ever-refined tone. Rarity? Oh, close your mouth, darling. Flies with all the drool that's spilling out. chuckled the purple-maned fashionista. She gave her elegant coiffure a sideways toss. Quickly trotting forward, her lady snatched the mic from a stunned Twilight Sparkle. Rarity could only raise her hoof to cover her mouth as she gave a chuckle, slightly amused at the reaction she was getting. Honestly, Twilight, it's not like all I do is sign. Music is carrot soup for the soul, is it not?
What?
Music is carrot soup for the soul, is it not?
No. In the case of Pinkie Pie's song, it would have been 5-alarm chili with the hottest known peppers known to man.
Now, let's see here. Hastily thumbing her way through the selection, Rarity furrowed her eyebrows in minor irritation. Surely the title Rock Band wasn't literal in meaning. Surely there were a few songs more suited to her alternative palette. Surely there must be more than just... Pausing right in her tracks, the ever-refined fashionista found her eyes glued to the screen, gaze riveted on one track. One song, one name, one artist.
What? What? Why?
Yes.
Why?
Fucking Lady Gaga.
All the songs to be on Rock Band. Why Gaga? That doesn't even have any guitars in it.
Well, to be honest, and this is true, Lady Gaga is actually on the Rock Band downloadable set list with both Poker Face and Bad Romance, so... And it looks like the chat has exploded into nopes, so...
Evidently they agree with me. God is dead. We killed him. Good God. Why?
So... Oh my stars. They put Pony Gaga on this? Can you believe it?
I can't. I'm just gonna. You go ahead. Take it over. I'm done. I can't.
Okay, then. Should I give him a moment to come back, guys? Yeesh. Take it easy.
Hey, you wanna go eat soup?
You want me to just skip on past the Pony Gaga bit?
I don't even know if anybody wants to deal with this. I don't know. Okay, let's just vote. Because I bet people are going to go completely no. How many of you want to see how Rarity bodes with Lady Gaga? All in agreement, go aye in the chat.
There's 2 so far. Not counting that one because it's the same person. Oh, it seems the mass majority of them are saying yes.
Fine. Let's hear it.
And just to be certain, it's actually not a Bad Romance that she's singing. It's Poker Face.
I want to hurt you. I'm going to start hitting you. I'm not sure when I'm going to stop. So just bear with it until you croak.
Who is Pony Gaga? I suppose you'll be asking who Princess Celestia is next, yelled the Pride Unicorn, clearly outraged. Sheesh, Rarity, nothing more than a simple question, mumbled Applejack. It's alright, Applejack. Pony Gaga is just another one of Canterlot's more highly regarded alternative music performances. I'm sure you've heard of Sapphire Shores. Oh yeah? Didn't Rarity go jewel picking for some fancy-schmancy costume before? 5 sets, thank you very much. Which would have been a daunting enough task even without those ruffians spiriting me away. Are you really gonna go back to a dog and pony show, huh? What Applejack meant to say, asserted Twilight, was that we've all heard about Sapphire Shores one way or another. Pony Gaga is about the only other performer held in equally high esteem as the legendary Pony of Pop. I hear she performs for the Princess's Summer Sun celebrations every now and then.
No. No. Just no.
Yeah. Oh, I know about her too, mumbled Fluttershy. The photo finish would go on and on about her concert or something. They really do look like the same pony if you think about it.
Okay, I'd like someone to bring me the transcript for green isn't your color and tell me where exactly that happened.
Last I remember, it didn't.
Nonsense, Fluttershy. That is conjecture. You wouldn't be the first to come up with such a notion, though. I swear, those Manhattan tabloids are utterly pretentious when it comes to celebrities. Well, come on now! There's no lollygagging about when you're on a quest to emulate oral perfection!
Somehow even that made me cringe. Why don't we get this over with, shall we?
Put me out of my misery.
Making their oh so familiar appearances, the note chart stayed into place as the starting beat of the song began thumping its way out of the speakers. Only this time, instead of the familiar soft tick of drumsticks, a heavy, reverberating bass resonated throughout the room, thundering through every pony as it shook them to the core. Rarity found herself completely taken away by the rhythm and beat of the music. As the lyrics started, the bass beats of the song resonated through every fiber of her being. A fashionista found her inner dancing queen began to emerge. Oh, God.
I don't think so.
Rarity was belting the lyrics out in a stunning rendition of Pony Gaga's vocals. And the dance move that she was pulling off, the way her body was waving, her hips were swaying, it was more than enough to send any hot-blooded male pony into a tizzy. How about no?
No.
Right at that moment, Twilight was grateful that Spike was not at the basement. Otherwise, the place would have immediately turned into an impromptu steam bath. Yeah, maybe it's a good idea that Spike wasn't in this one.
Yeah.
I wonder what even happened to him ever.
Who knows?
I mean, what happened to him last? Last I heard of him, he was, well, he was fast asleep after trying to figure out that computer. Yeah.
Well, probably.
Abruptly, what?
Or probably doing something else.
Abruptly, the music picked up in volume and beat. Though it's hardly seemed possible, Rarity's dance moves just got more intense and even saucier.
Well, I wonder who's gonna turn lesbians first.
My money's on, Twilight.
Really, that fast?
What?
That fast? You wouldn't think Rainbow Dash.
Or Applejack.
Let's see what happens.
It was almost a sheer miracle that none of the ponies who were actually playing their instrument failed the song at all, given the fact they were heavily distracted by the dancing unicorn right in the very center of the proverbial spotlight.
Crazy!
Repeating the chorus again in a stunning replication of Pony Gaga's routine with the song, Rarity ended off her entire dance in a grand finishing pose that was most certainly the Magic's.
No. It would be erotica.
Yes. Disheveled, panting, and gasping for breath, Rarity couldn't begin to imagine a time she felt so messy, so untidy, so unfabulous, and enjoyed every last moment of it. Somebody want to call up the nearest strip joint for her?
Call up Spike.
Yes. My word, Twilight. That was most certainly something else. I hear you, Rarity, Twilight said, working the wrist in a circle. My hooves feel like they're gonna fall off, and I'm having a blast over here. And of all the games you've been sent, I've been really enjoying this one in particular. True to form, Pinkie's excited bouncing hadn't shown any signs of slowing down throughout all of this. Come on, let's do another one!
Oh dear, you continue on. I need to use the bathroom real quick.
Alright, I will keep him entertained. How about some more of this audio just for the fuck of it?
Not gonna beat you like a rented mule, boy. I'm afraid. No! I have good idea. Pinkie Pie! It's good time to start in the negatory. Each and every one of you will suck my penis. No! Oh, you are all maggots hatched from a mutant maggot egg.
Soldier,
Yes.
would you like a second opinion?
Sir, yes, sir.
You are ugly.
This is getting awkward. You're all looking quite out of your depth.
Couldn't you see the bloody bumps?
What? Oh, no. Nice job, partner.
Thanks, mate.
You know, Kit Kat, time to pin.
Very well. All righty then.
Come on.
Affirmative. Hey, Dizzy, need a dispenser here. Erecting a dispenser.
What the hell? I just come back to this shit?
My dispenser. Now hear this.
Oh shit, what?
I come back and you're doing this shit again? Why?
Because, goddammit, I had to entertain them somehow.
Oh.
And some guy here is asking for the link to the video. It's not even a video yet, it's just audio at this point.
It's just audio. It'll be up when it's done.
Oh look, Spike actually is in this one. Hey Twilight, your dinner's ready. Made some for the others too if they want some.
Thank God he missed out on the Rarity risque dance.
Yeah. This would have turned if he had seen it, this would have turned clobberrific in a few seconds.
Yep.
Wait a minute, did you just say dinner? She turned back to Rarity, who was standing by the microphone trying to get her mane back under control. Rarity, what time is it? Rarity gave a quick tap to the dashboard key on the microphone, a small white box popping up in the center of the screen. Goodness, it's almost 8 at night! What? 8 at night, holy crap.
Shit.
Holy, we've been here all day! Sakes alive. This game's plumb dangerous, ain't it? We gotta make sure we keep track of time next time we pop this thing in. We better call it a night, girls. Want to be over? Spike said there's plenty of Rarity Pony up there. What? We can't stop now. We're on a roll. Pinkie Pie.
No.
Twilight furrowed her brow. On one hoof, it had been over 4 hours since they first started playing Rock Band. She was starving, and it was late. High time they stopped, right? On the other hoof, one more song couldn't hurt.
Oh God.
Yes, they're going to do one more song. So, yeah. Very surprised.
I want this done.
Don't worry, this is the last one, and this chapter will be over soon.
Baby.
Pinkie grabbed the mic in her typical never-ending frenzy of energy, a total contrast to the other 5 ponies who were already starting to show a few signs of fatigue, despite all the fun they had been having so far. Rainbow Dash felt her stomach began to tie itself into knots. In her mind's eye, she could already see Pinkie's gaze lining up as she discovered yet another Dragon Force song hidden in the tracks, this one even more blistering than the last Metallic Nightmare.
No. Get Pinkie away.
Well, she is thinking the song anyways, so... Well, let's see what she picks, shall we? Except the preview that came out of the speakers is actually pretty catchy. In fact, the heavy bass beats seem a lot more at home on a pop song like the Pony Gaga song they'd just been playing. Yet somehow this lively upbeat song too had ended up on what they had thought to be a game just for rock songs alone. And this year's song actually ain't all that bad, Applejack remarked as she rocks heading to the beat of the preview. Well, the song that she picked might actually surprise you guys. Chat, there's no need to pull the suicide note out there. It's not what you think it is. In fact, the song she picked was this.
Babies on top, furry coats
Really?
Yes.
This is a little weird.
Oh, yeah! I think we found our last song, girls. No pony does a jam better than Kitey Berry.
No, just no! They're slaughtering shit! No, 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 no.
Yeah, come on. You could have gone for a better bonify of Katy Perry there. Come on, that wasn't even necessary. Well, it's no surprise that Pinkie picked her vocals on Expert. But thankfully, this time no pony had an objection to her song selection. After all, the preview itself had sounded tame enough. How hard could it possibly be?
One would guess, but then again, let's hope things go for the better. Let's hear what happens.
So we have Pinkie on vocals, Twilight and Fluttershy on guitar and bass respectively, and Rarity on drums again. For the final time tonight, the four ponies made their appearance on the on-screen stage, greeting their loyal fans with aplomb as they got ready to play in a concert hall comparable to the one they had.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I'm waiting.
Yeah, now my internet's acting up. I think you're giving me your problems.
Oh. Are we good yet?
I think we're good for now.
Alright, so on the song. They definitely had to wrap it up quickly. Oh. There's another loud rumble as the four note charts made their unexpected appearance, and Rainbow Dash grinned secretly before letting out a short oops. Yep, they definitely had to wrap it up quickly. So anxious was the Lavender Unicorn to get the last song over with so they could begin eating that she almost missed the first few notes as they came down her note chart. Picking herself back up in near panic, she merely managed to hit them. Right as the lyrics began and Pinkie Pie's Pinkie Pie's eyes lit up from within with proverbial stars.
This is my jam! Come on, every pony!
Well, we already know the lyrics to this Equestria Girl song, don't we?
Yeah, let's just... Yeah.
Every pony gathered in the room had suddenly burst out in a song once the chorus had come around. Every pony knew the most famous song in all of Equestria, and they had to remember at least how the chorus went. Are you telling me this song actually exists in Equestria?
What?!
You're telling me this song actually exists in Equestria? Seriously?
This... I can't.
Let's just... Yeah. The music's once feverish rhythm now quietly drawing to a close. The last few steady beats died off into the distance as every pony's singing avatars took their places for one final bow amidst hordes of raucous fans chanting over and over for an encore. Panting and slowly out of breath, Twilight Sparkle gave a little wheeze as she flopped on her hindquarters in exhaustion, sweat pouring from her brow. The disheveled unicorn couldn't even bother looking at the score as she leaned back for some much-needed respite as a single thought swam through her now hazy mind. That was awesome.
Yes.
It didn't take long for 5 pony hindquarters to hit the floor with one loud resounding thump. The Lavender Unicorn allowed herself a brief smile as she came to the realization she wasn't the only pony thoroughly tuckered out. My word, Twilight, I was quite the gem, as you would call it, I suppose. Once Rarity, I agree with you. So awesome.
Best party ever!
It was nice.
Trying to collect her thoughts, Twilight vaguely seemed to recall something about dinner and Spike telling her to come down for it. Shaking her head, she glanced around and tried to rally her friends for dinner.
Come on, every pony. We gotta... dinner.
That means eating.
As a symphony of snores hit her head right smack in the face, Twilight gave her head another shake and stared at her now comatose friends. Some heavily snoring as the lay collapsed all over Twilight's floor, hoofs strewn everywhere as drool spilt out from Rainbow Dash's gaping mouth. Her own eyelids now feeling as though they weighed just as much as the sun itself. Twilight could only shrug her shoulders in humble loss, mumbling something quietly to herself.
Well, can't beat him. Join him.
Well, she's out.
Well, now what?
Downstairs, a frustrated baby dragon continued to wrap his claws against the elegant wooden table, brows furrowed in annoyance as she tried waiting patiently for a certain purple unicorn and her 5 friends to show up and eat something.
How am I supposed to finish this all by myself?
Patience, my unfortunate dragon.
And now for the student letter.
Dearest Princess Celestia, my friends and I have had a wonderful time with the Xbox 360 over the past few months. We fought in wars and commanded troops, solved puzzles, and played for crowds of thousands, all without leaving our home. We've gone on adventures most ponies only dream of, and I am sure that with the games that we will see from the University of the future, every pony will have the chance to go on even more. Therefore, as the unofficial head beta tester for the University of Camelot and consort and apprentice of Her Majesty Princess Celestia, I declare the Xbox 360 to be a resounding success. Your faithful student, Twilight Sparkle.
Oh, cool.
Yes. I should point out, this is one of the lengthier chapters of this fanfiction, along with the next, 2. Yeah. Speaking of the next chapter, I may as well just come out and say it. The Cutie Mark Crusaders are in the next one.
What?
Yes, the Cutie Mark Crusaders are in the next chapter, and may as well say the next game they'll be playing, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds.
That's kind of a bad idea.
Why?
Well, isn't that kind of graphic? Mature? If memory serves?
It's rated teen, and there's not really any blood in it.
The Cutie Mark Crusaders are in elementary.
Point, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a chapter for next week, or whenever we get this live stream going again.
Yeah.
I think we should both call it now.
Yeah.
That was nuts, but it was awesome.
Yeah. I'll see you later, I guess.
Good night, everybody. Peace.
And here, good night. Good lord, I'm gonna have a trouble editing this.